going live, so we'll make sure we behave ourselves. No, we're definitely not stopping it. This is your 2024 whisky tasting book. I know we've got a few pages still to go in our 2023 one. We didn't get through as many as I would like to have thought, but I had to say, I said to Jennifer, I says, I'm going out to buy a new book. So we've got a new book.
Excellent.
And we'll work through what we've got at the moment. We've got a few pages to go. We'll get a good start into 2024, and then we'll see how things transpire. Tonight we've got the Old Parr 12-year-old.
Well, it's a grand old Parr, but yes.
Oh, grand old Parr. So it is. It's a grand old Parr. My apologies. I've actually written that down.
It looks like that.
See, now, even the bottle looks like it's some out of the Dark Ages, but that's a lovely bottle, Clark. It's a nice bottle. Deluxe Scotch whisky. That's a bloody bottle.
It is, eh?
I like that kind of shape.
There's an old boy in the back. I'm not sure who he is.
It doesn't look like your father.
No, my father looks nothing like that. So it's a 12-year-old.
Yes. It's a 12-year-old, Clark. What can you tell us about it?
Well, I can tell you that...
I can tell you it's a sherry bomb.
Can you tell me that, can you? Well, it's...
I will. I've only poured it in the glass. Boy, oh boy.
I'm looking to see what it says about it, and it says nothing. It says Grand Old Parr, age 12, Deluxe Scotch whisky. And that's about as much as it tells me.
Right. Well, this will be a good one then for us, because I think we'll learn an awful lot.
MacDonald Glen Lees Distillery.
Very good.
There you go.
Well, I think we've chosen well for this time of the year, because it smells like a Christmas pudding in a glass, or a sherry trifle, or something.
Aye. I'm just writing down what that says. Although there's no hurry because I've got the bottle here. But anyway, this will be the 24th.
It is Christmas Eve, Clark. Wow.
Is it a month since we last did this?
It is a month since we last had a dram, yes. Well, no, it's maybe not a month since we last had a dram. It's a month. No. It's a month since we last sat and we did a tasting.
Aye. I'm just trying to read if it says anything else in the bottle, and it really doesn't at all. That's about as much as.
No.
It says sole distributors in the USA.
Is that no? It does it? Right.
So there's a chance that this is actually an export bottle, rather than one that's sold here. But there you go. I got that doing a bird supper one year. That was my.
All right. Was that your gift?
That was my gift at the end of the night. There, a wee bottle.
Well, I tell you something. It smells like it was a bra gift. I can't wait to taste it, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm not sure we were as good as the bottle, but we'll find out.
So do you want to get your nose into this? You want to? Are you poured it yet? It's a lovely colour. It has got that. It's got that kind of sherry, bourbony, golden colour to it. You know, it's just lovely. It's got a lovely hue to it. I do like it. I like the viscosity as well as you swirl it around the glass. It swirls nice and easy.
That's it.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Anyway, I'm going to have a wee nose at it now.
Let's do that.
Oh, see, that's the kind of drama I like.
That's nice, aye. It's got quite.
It's very sweet.
Lightly spiced, not heavily spiced. Lightly spiced. It's nice. Yes, it is. Very sweet. Aye.
As I said, I think it's got that sherry trifleish type nose to it.
Well, that's what it is, aye. That's exactly what it is.
But there's a wee hint of, like, I don't know. Paint stripper's too strong, but you know what I mean? It's got that nose of,
I know what you mean. It's that kind of
like that kind of furniture polishy, waxy smell to it.
Aye.
Which I wish I knew it. I've never drank this stuff, but it smells nice.
It tastes. No, it's a stupid thing to say, but it smells like alcohol. You know the kind of stuff that you a hand sanitizer almost.
You don't say.
unless that's my hands. No.
No, it's nice. It's a lovely nose. I think that's a nice sherry nose. I don't know if that's a bourbon cask or I think it's more a sherry cask. I think it's got that Pedro Jimenez kind of. I certainly like it. It's actually making me salivate, Clark. It's that nice. Oh, it's really brilliant. That's lovely.
Is it? Aye. I've not had that I've had that bottle for a wee while, but I've not had a taste of it for a long time.
It's even got the kind of freshness of apples in there. Green grassy apple note. It's very fresh. I love it. It's got a lovely fresh smell.
I'll go with that. Yeah,
and a wee bit of that kind of candy floss sweetness to it on the nose. Well, I like that. That's fairly.
Well,
and then there's that. I just got hit with a wee bit of toffee caramel. That burnt coffee kind of smell. Well, the more I'm nosing it, the more I'm getting more coming. It's absolutely, it's lovely.
I suspect once you've tasted it, you go back to the nose again, you'll get more.
Well, let's taste it then.
Well, we better have. I hope you're not disappointed here, because so many times I've had a cracking nose, and then the taste has let us down. So I'm hoping this lives up.
Slange, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, it doesn't disappoint on the palate either.
No, it's nice. It doesn't taste the way it smells, though. That's quite. It's very grassy.
It doesn't have as much of the sherry that I was expecting to find in it.
That grassy and kind of. There's that kind of fruity, kind of green apple kind of fruity taste.
I would even go as far to say it's got that bitter herby note to it.
Exactly, aye.
And it's got a right spicy, peppery finish to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Quite gingery.
Very peppery. Aye, very.
I'm going to say it doesn't taste as it noses.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. No.
And for that, I've probably marked it down a wee bit.
That's a shame. We'll have another swig of this.
And you've got a bottle, you didn't need to worry. I'm trying to savour it as much as I can. I've got a dram. No, I like the nose, Clark. The nose is very fresh.
Mhm.
When you go back to it, it's got that kind of furniture-y, polishy nose. And I don't mean that in a derogatory manner. You know, there's many drams have got
Yeah, that's right.
that that nose in it. It's, as I said, I mean, people might think, oh, who I would want to drink that if it smells like furniture polish, but it's
Oh no, that's just
it's
one
only an
aspect of
expression. Well, that's what I'm saying, an expression of what you're actually nosing.
it. That's right.
I don't think there's many folk have had a pint of furniture polish really, and it doesn't taste like a pint of furniture polish.
I don't. I've had one or two bad pints.
There is a right airiness to that in its nose, and it's quite salty in its finish.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
It leaves you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It leaves you wanting more because it's got that saltiness in it. You feel like I need to have another swig of that to try and get the palate, you know, rehydrated kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've given this a wee score. I think it's nose. I'm going to say this is kind of fruity.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's fruity. Yep.
It's got a right rich, fruity, spicy nose to it. Right, I've scored it. And it's done a lot better than the last one we had.
Was it? Well, no, there you go.
No, the last one, the one before. The Glasgow Malt Riot that we had.
You weren't very keen on that one.
No, I wasn't very keen on that. I scored that quite low. The last one we had was the Glenmorangie Twisted Vine in the cognac cask. And that was a broad ram.
It was it?
That was a broad ram. It was. But I've had a wee review before we come on tonight because I'm going to talk about a couple of things that we had. But anyway, how did you score it?
Well, I scored it, funny enough, exactly the same as I scored the Malt Riot. But surprised because I think the Malt Riot, I preferred the Malt Riot, but that's quite nice. So I've given it an 81.
And I've given this an 83.
Well, there you go. Aye. And it's
I much prefer this to the Malt Riot.
There you
go. Now I did a wee tally up to have a wee look at where my drams for 2023 had came in.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got my 3 drams for 2023. I know you'll not have done this, so I'm going to share these with you. I know I didn't warn you because this came quite out of the blue because we've already had our Christmas dinner and everything else because my daughter and son-in-law and grandson have been round because they're at his mum's tomorrow. So we've had our Christmas dinner today. So I kind of dropped this on you as they're away home now and I quite fancy a dram because I'm knackered after cooking all day and doing everything else that needs to be done. So, in third place for me, and we'll just see how you go. You don't need to look them up if you didn't want to. Yeah, we can come back and we'll do this in the new year as we usually do. Because I don't know if we'll get another dram between now and Hogmanay. So, the Glenlivet Founders cask. You shared that with me. That was one that you shared with me. And I gave that 91.
Aye.
So that was one of my top scores for 2023. The next one was the Macallan Genesis.
Yes,
which I scored a 93. I liked that. But then again, at $3.5 a bottle, it ought to be good.
I'm just looking at that. I scored that in 91.
Aye.
That was a good one.
Could you find your Glenlivet Founders in there? Were you able to put your finger on that?
I've got Glenlivet Madura, but I don't see the Founders.
No.
How
The
far back
Founders one
that?
was not that much further back than that, Clark, in our wee book.
Oh, there we go. I gave it an 86. I gave that, Willie.
86. Oh, so that'll not be in your top three, but obviously the Genesis is. And the one that actually scored the best for me so far this year, unless I have anything before the end of the year, was this Strathclyde Cadenhead.
Well, I'm just looking at that, and I gave that a 93.
And I gave it a 94.
There you go. That must be the best of the year then. Must be.
Must be. That must be.
It must be.
We both really, really enjoyed the Cadenhead.
Yes. Aye. A 93, I think. I don't think there's anything will come near that. I've got a few 91s.
Well, the only one, I mean, the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that might have been up there is when we did the blind tasting with Cliff, and I gave you the 2009 vintage Ben Romach.
Mm-hmm. That must be going back a wee bit then, eh?
That would need to go back to about September, I think, Clark.
Ben Romach.
I'm having a quick flick through to see if I can find it. I'm just looking at the months, so they were all January. March. The Glenlivet Founders was on the 19th of March.
Okay. The 19th of March.
Yeah.
Must be the previous book then. Oh no, 23. 23, 19th of March 23. Oh yeah, there we go. The Glenlivet Founders Reserve, is that what you said? No? Ben Romach, batch number 2. I've got that 90.
You've given it a 90.
That seems to be. I have said it's a lovely dram, so there you go.
I've got a funny feeling. Clark. You might have written that down more than once in your book. I'm sure there's quite a few. I'm sure there's quite a few in there that goes, that's a lovely dram. We're having so today. I got from Stephanie an Edinburgh malt whisky from the Edinburgh Castle Distillery.
Ooh.
So I've got an Edinburgh Castle 10-year-old malt whisky for us to try.
Well, I'm quite happy to help you out with that one.
I'm sure you will be. I was unaware that there was a distillery at Edinburgh Castle.
No, I didn't know that. No.
So I think we need to have a wee trip through in the train. We'll take our wives with us. Oh, wait a minute. I should have ended the stream before then because it's recorded and this is went out live that we'll take our wives with us. Oh no.
You've said it now.
I know. Oh, dearie me. So, yes, I think we'll do that. I think we'll arrange for a wee trip through to Edinburgh on the train after New Year, before your birthday. And we'll visit the Edinburgh Distillery.
Well, let's see.
There we go. I'm enjoying
it. Seems like a reasonable idea. I should afford yours in a bigger bottle, Wally.
No. It's meaning I'm savouring it.
That's fine.
I'm sipping it. I'm sipping it gently and enjoying it.
There's not much left. It'll take long to finish that.
Well, last night I finished the Kingsbarns Ducat.
Did you?
Which I really, really enjoyed. That was a lovely, lovely bottle of whiskey. I liked that.
It is.
So I need to have another wee trip. Well, we're booked to go away with a caravan at some point up to Kingsbarns. Well, no, we're actually going to Salardaki. Yes. No. It's Salardaki. I'm going to Salardaki by the sea.
Are you taking anybody with you in another caravan? Like kind of like next door?
Well, I'm not taking them away because I can only tow one at a time. So.
We may
have. Yes, we may have some friends that are staying over at the same point in time with us. So
kind of
a wee trip. I might need to have a wee trip to Kingsbarns to replenish my stock to see how we get on. But yes.
Aye, brilliant.
So anyway, we will say au revoir, goodbye, adieu to to all our friends who join us for these whisky tastings and our ramblings. We'll thank them for the year that they've given us and joining us and commenting and watching us on YouTube and all these other airts and perts that we're going in. So we'll say bye for now, and we look forward to sharing some more drams with you and some nonsense and heads filled of other kind of stuff in the new year. Mostly nonsense, aye. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you all soon. Have a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous 2024.
Merry Christmas.